to some extent all right. Some of you must have joined late. I mean, when you are after a break, try to be in time, all of you. Just in time, I checked and I found only 30 students, 32, 33, like that. So take care in future. Now, the discussion we had in the morning itself is on files, different types of files we have discussed and seen. Seen one parts of file where a flat file has been shown with the different parts. The other files, other types of files, this uh, parts are same, but only the difference is the cross-sectional area, which I have told you there are various, and the type of cuts. The type of cuts could be single cut, double cut. The files can be rough, can be smooth, extra smooth, depending upon uh, the cutting lines, the row of cutting lines, how they're arranged and how close they are, like that. And then another set of files we have discussed where the cross-sectional area is different. The drawing of the sketch of the file which has been shown is having a rectangular cross-section. And the other types I have already told you, like square, round, half round, triangular, etc., knife edge, etc. So we will be, our program today is to see, to show you rather, the different tools used in fitting shop. But before that, initially, I'll be having a small session with you where we will be, I will be asking you a very few questions. Very few questions means on the area which we have already discussed. And I want you to answer those questions. Uh, and the topic today is on safety. We have discussed safety, industrial safety, workshop safety. So this discussion was there last class. So I would like to know from you how far you have uh, understood that and how far you have, it is in your mind. So let me ask a few of you. How many of you right now, raise your hands, how many of you are right now ready to answer? If who is that? Marmik. Okay, I can see 4 or 5 of you have already raised your hands, and probably Marmik is also there. Is Marmik there? What you have written? Yeah, few of you have raised hands. Very good. So let me start with
Should I say, sir?
Shagnik.
Sir, I'm Armik.
Yeah, Marmik. I want to start from you. That you don't have to say it elaborately. I just want to tell you the question is, in your view, which are the two most important safety rules? All safety rules are important, but out of which, in your feeling, which two safety rules are to be followed uh, very carefully? That is the question to you, Mom.
Sir, first one is that the
One minute.
floor
One minute.
floor
One
should
minute.
be.
One minute. I am now whatever questions I'll be asking is regarding industrial safety or workshop safety. All right. Yes, Marmik.
Yes, sir. The first one should be that the floor should be properly cleaned, and the second one that the electrical appliances before using should be checked once, so that there mainly the chances of electric shocks are mostly seen.
No, which means checking means what? I mean whether they are
Yes, the
installed
wires are
properly.
loosed or some either they have short circuited or the
Yes, that means it is
plastic
whether
layer has been removed where
whether
somewhere.
whether they are whether they are dressed properly, has been installed properly, and covered properly wherever is required. There is no loose wire which is coming out from there from the circuit. That part I hope you are telling
Yes, sir.
that.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that is
Plastic
the
covers are
electrical.
removed. That
Okay, fine.
yeah.
That is one part, and the other one you said that floor.
Floor should be cleaned. Yeah,
Why so? If the floors
floor
are
should be
not
cleaned.
clean, if it is not
Fl-
clean, then what happens? What can happen?
There may be a chances of accident, like if the oil is splitted there, then may while using some other devices we can fall or get injured by
Slippage.
some mean.
We can slip over there in the
Yeah.
floor. The
Mm.
personal can even fall down and get injured. That could be the reason. Well, Marmik, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Showman, Showman Digar,
Yes, sir.
you tell me any other apart from this, other things.
Sir, first one is person safety. The workers must be in proper attire. They should
Yes.
wear proper dresses. And the next one is working place
Sorry, why? I
must.
mean, I'm very busy. I'm in a class. Sorry. Yeah, carry on, please.
Next one is working place must have proper illumination. Means these two.
The work area must be properly illuminated. That means
Uh,
everybody can see properly what they are doing, how the work is being done, how the tool is moving. So everything should be very clear. There should not be any I mean viewing hazard. That means everything must be distinct and prominent. That much light is essential. That is the first one point you said. The other point you said is what did
Workers must be in proper attire. They should wear proper dress.
proper attire. Dress code should be followed. Proper dress code.
Yes, sir.
Somen Digar. Somen Digar, what is your serial number?
Sir, 42, I think.
42. And Marmik?
Sir, 6.
Yes, Somen Digar is not 42.
Sir, 42 or 43.
42 or 43.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. 42, 42. Yes, you are 42 in my list. And when these lists will be changed, when final list we get, then it will be changed. And so now we will follow whatever list is with us. And Marmik is 6, that's true. Okay, Showman, you can put off your hand. Show me, show me, Samanto.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Neighbor.
first of all, you put off your hand, like you have raised hand, and then you answer. is that uh, do you think they have said four of the rules, safety rules? Apart from
Yes.
these four safety rules, tell me one safety rule which is important.
Oh, do-
I can't hear you now.
yes, sir. Hello.
Yes. Show me you have a disturbance in your audio.
Yes, sir. Hello.
Yeah, now I can hear. But again, it's going off. Yeah, it's okay. No, it's going on and off. Show me, I will talk with you later. You remind me after some time. Maybe your set is having a disturbance with the audio. All right. So let's come to Shorik Poddar.
Yes, sir.
Shorik Poddar.
So,
Tell me one safety rule which is important apart from those which has already been said. You tell me one safety rule which is not those.
so for me, I think the maintenance is really important, like the maintenance of the tools and machines.
How do you maintain tools and
So,
machine?
like cleaning of the machines and properly checking them before use, then also seeing if they are working properly before using, like those things. Like if I am using a tool and then suddenly something happens, like if a machine is not working properly and I am using it, then certainly some kind of accident can occur. So that is really dangerous.
Right, Shaurik. The point which Shaurik mentioned. Now, these discussions, everybody should listen so that we can know more about the safety rules. What Saurik says, he could not place it in proper way, but the point he raised is important. Is that when you are working in a machine, say, or you are working in a tool with the help of a tool, the important part is if there is something which is unusual with the machine or with the tool, you have to report to your seniors. For example, when you are working in a machine, you know how the machine sounds when it works. But while working, if you see or if you hear some sound which is not usual, unusual sound, a tingling sound, or whatever is the sound which is not common, I mean, that sound you have not heard. But while the machine is, you put on the machine, that sound is coming. So immediately you have to stop the machine and inform these happenings, this unusual thing, to the supervisor, senior, teacher, whoever is there under whom you are working, you have to report. Similarly, if there is a tool, instrument with which you are working, if you see some part of the tool is broken or the handle with which you hold the tool is loose, it's not tightly gripped. So, I mean, not working with that, I mean, you take the tool and show it to the senior, a supervisor, or ask him whether you will continue the work or not with that tool. So that is the point which actually is what, but Shorik could not place it in a proper way, but the point is correct. Shorik Poddar, fine. Next, uh, let me ask Atul Raj.
Yes,
Atul, you tell me any of the safety points which has not been discussed yet.
yes, sir. No one working in the factory should be under the influence of drugs or alcohol.
Yes, that is a point. That is a relevant point, but that comes under that point which we have discussed in the earlier, I mean, last class.
So
That
one more.
No, just 1 minute. Let me explain to it.
Okay, sir.
Under the influence of drugs or alcohol or any sort of thing like those are legally prohibited. So that is a, I mean, that is an, what do you call, that is a punishable act. So
Yes.
it is a different thing. I'm not talking about a punishable act, but I am saying what you would have said is, suppose somebody is not fully fit physically, a bit of is feeling bit of feverish, or maybe there is a stomach pain to some extent, maybe got some other sort of small injury which do not allow that person to become fully fit. In that case, that is not a punishable act. In that case also, the person before starting the work should inform or report to the supervisor, the seniors, that this is the condition of my health. Should I proceed with the work or not? So that is the point, Atul.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anything? I wanted one point. So Atul, it's all right. Now,
Sir,
Aishi, Aishi Kundu, you say
Yes, yes, sir.
1 point of safety.
Sir, the dress code should be properly followed. That is, they should not have long nails and long hairs, and the dress code should also include thick shoes and socks.
This point has been raised already, but still you have explained it
There should be
elaborately.
no items in the walkway, and the electrical gadgets should be properly covered up.
Okay, Aishi, it's all right. I accept it.
sir,
Thank you,
Thank,
sir.
thank you. Yeah.
sir, am I audible?
Show me Shamanto. Yes, you are.
Yes, sir. Sir, can I tell?
Yeah, you had a problem, no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, tell me, show me. Tell me one safety
Sir,
point.
sir, report any damage done in the machine, or if any
Damage,
damage done in the,
damage done in the machine.
yes,
That is also one point I have discussed. Could you not hear it properly? I mean, were you busy by
yes, sir.
fixing your
No,
device?
no, no.
That is
Yes,
the point I said. If there is something unusual, sound comes, unusual movement of the machine, any sort of loose part of it instrument like the handle, etc., this should be reported. Do you want to mean that, which I have said right now?
yes, sir.
Okay, show me. That's all right. Show me Shamanto. Next, let Onindo try.
So for me, I think there is a requirement of proper ventilation because without that, it can get
Ventilation,
a
right.
bit stuffy.
And how do you keep this ventilation?
We can install some windows, exhaust fans in the workspace.
Windows should be,
Installed.
yeah, that should be face to face. I mean, that means there should be airflow. I mean,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
we
Proper
call it
airflow.
cross ventilation. And the
Yes, sir.
ventilation, that whatever air is entering into that area should have a direct exit opposite to it,
Yes,
so
sir.
that the flow of air can easily be maintained. Yes, ventilation is an important point which you have said. ठीक है, next. Thank you. Next, uh, who came earlier? I don't know. Sagnik Gosal.
Yes, sir. Sir,
Tell one
in
safety
many
point.
workshops, sometimes the workers have to handle some high temperature items. By that
Mm.
time, they should uh, by that time they should handle it properly so that no accident occurs.
So how
Uh,
they will handle it properly?
uh,
If high
by making
temperature items are there,
by making handle it from some distance and by obey uh,
no.
the
But Shagnik, you have to operate that. That means you have to hold it, that item, which is bit hotter than the normal temperature. Then how do you do it? You will not touch it or what?
mm, there should be some uh, safety rules like using rubber gloves or like that. I think I don't know how to handle it.
The thing is, in case you have to handle anything which is the temperature of which is, mm, I mean, quite different than normal temperature, too cold or too hot, so your skin may get affected. In that case, the point should be maintained is to wear certain protective device which is called the gloves, because you have to handle it, otherwise the job will get stuck. So handling of equipments which has different temperature can be done by wearing hand gloves, and hand gloves can be long hand gloves up to the elbow. It can be short depending upon the requirement, and the material also differs. There are certain materials with which when the hand gloves is made, it can protect temperature, like with asbestos fiber. When the hand gloves are made, even if you hold a hot item, it will not affect your skin of your palm of your hand. So the point is what you mentioned is the temperature, and that is agreed. But the point is you have to say that protective device like gloves, etc., is to be used for working with those materials which have temperature uh, uncommon. I mean, not normal, either very high or very low. In both cases, you have to wear gloves to protect your skin. That is the answer, and that is the point, Shagnik. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Shagnik. Thank you. Next is let Abdi say. Abdi Das, are you there? Abdi Das is not there. Why
Yes,
didn't
sir,
you
I
like?
am here.
Yeah, yeah. Then why didn't you
Yeah, I had a problem while unmuting myself.
Acha. Tell me.
Uh,
Do
so
you
I
remember
think,
any safety point?
yes, sir. Safety is basically protection, like prevention is better than cure.
Hmm.
So I remember a few points like we need proper illumination, like the lighting should be proper so that we can see where we are working. Proper ventilation, to
Abdi, were you in the class from the very beginning?
yes, sir.
Today now? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Then I said, mention, if possible, certain points which has not been discussed already.
Okay.
These two points are already discussed.
So in dress code, I want to add about the part like we need to tie up our hair properly,
Hmm.
and after the work is completed, we need to switch off electrical appliances.
That is a very good safety point. Yes. Before leaving the work area, all the source of power, that is mostly electricity, should be switched off. That means to reduce the chances of any sort of short circuit or something like that. So power should be put off. That is a valid point of view.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, sir, I remember this too.
Mm-hmm.
I remember this too, like
Yeah, right. All right.
that weren't mentioned in this class.
Yeah, all right, Abdi. That's all right. Thank you. Uh,
Can I
next
say
is
something?
Aditya. Yes,
Yeah,
Aditya is raising hand.
I want to try one. So I think an industry need an emergency exit. Like in case of an emergency, the worker should have a safe evacuation plan or exit where they can
Hmm. Hmm.
actually, like in case of a fire, they need
Hmm.
fire extinguisher, then other evacuation drills. Am I correct? Somehow.
So you said that some emergency exit is
The
required.
emergency exit is needed in case of
Is
an
required.
emergency.
Yeah.
Also, sir, in case of fire, we should like immediately switch off the electric supply.
Hmm. That is true. So let me come
Mm.
back to uh, the earlier point which Aditya raised. Then I'll be back to Anushrita there. Aditya, you said that, as you have said, that emergency exit. Yes, you're true.
Oh.
But I said this emergency exit, it is something which is to be kept during the construction of that area. That means when
Mhm.
you construct an workshop area or factory area, there must be some passage or door through which, in case of emergency, people can go out, evacuate that place. That's true. But I am not just asking about the construction. I'm just asking about the activity wise, like what we should do or we should not do during the work time or before the work or after the work. These points. Your point is absolutely correct that
Sir,
emergency
I want to
exit
say
is.
something.
So I
Okay.
want to
Wait,
say
wait,
something.
I
wait,
think
wait,
the
wait,
workers should be.
wait,
Um,
wait,
yeah,
wait. Do not answer. Aditya can
yeah.
speak because
I
I'm
mean, then I
talking
should
with
say
him.
it like the workers should know about the evacuation drills or the plans,
Definitely, definitely.
so
So
that they
in a
can
way,
know
your
that.
point is valid. It
Yeah.
is a safety measure, though this is to be organized during the construction of that area.
Hmm.
Okay, Aditya, that
Okay,
is a
sir.
point. Yeah, right. Now the next one is the girl who said something. Who said?
Yes, sir, I.
Aishi.
Yes.
Yes.
Sir, I have seen that there are many chemical industries near the seas or oceans.
Uh,
Sometimes we find that the pipelines leak and the oil that gets drained into the water bodies, which causes eutrophication, and the ecological balance gets disturbed because the fishes die. We should check that also. The
true.
pipelines must be in a
True.
proper way. They
True.
do not leak.
And that is what I tell you. That is known as effluent treatment. Effluent treatment means the waste of uh, the products or the processes, particularly in chemical industry, pharmaceutical industry. There are certain waste of the processes which have toxicity. So those are actually for all of you. I'm telling actually what is the rule is when you have such item which has toxic character, any chemical or any liquid, what you have to do is to neutralize it before it is sent to the general drainage system. That means even for corporation drain system or the municipality drainage system, you cannot just put your toxic waste into that drain. What you have to do, you have to neutralize it. Neutralization is done in like in place in like a small pool of water where those comes, and they are mixed up with water, and then some neutralizing chemicals are added to it, which is completely, there has no a connection with the production. Those chemicals are mixed up so that the waste liquid which is coming out of the factory and falling into that pool or pit, it is also called pit, that there they get almost neutralized. That means neither alkaline nor acidic or not toxic. And these items are then finally is drained off to the general drainage system, that is municipality or corporation drainage system. And what you said, that near, that is a specific one, you said that where oil industry and all, this is mostly valid for Arabian countries. Yes, that is the same. Idea is the same, that when you are draining something out for the general, for the rest of the world, it should not have any toxicity in it. So that not only human, but also if it is in water, if it is in sea, then the the living organisms, which are the living items who are there in the sea, like as you said, fish and other, they get affected, and the balance is ecological balance is disturbed. That's true, Aishi, but that is a very, very specific area of safety you have said, but I accept it as a safety point. Yes.
Yes, sir, but in our towns, there are many industries from, and there are many smoke chambers from where the smoke gets out, and the people who live there, they get affected,
Affected, right, right.
especially those who have asthma problem, all that.
Yes, you are correct, and that's happened particularly mainly near the thermal power plants and big
Yes, sir.
industry plants.
From our house, we can see that Durgapur power plant always.
Right, right. You see the black smoke which is coming out from the chimneys. Yes, there are fly ashes and all. So all the rules are there, that is controlled by Pollution Control Board. The system is again to neutralize that smoke. But unfortunately, in many cases, those are not taken care of. And those are spread into the general atmosphere, polluting the environment. That is true. So these are all coming under Pollution Control Board. There is a board, which is a government agency, who generally takes care of this sort of affluent treatment or waste treatment. And as a rule, the inspectors from that organization, that is the board, pollution control board, they are supposed to visit different countries, different companies, and take sample and check the toxicity of the effluents which are used, smokes, liquids, whatever there, and then give a report what to do. And if these are not maintained, even that board, pollution control board, has the authority to close down that unit. Such is the power given to them legally. But this does not happen always. That is the unfortunate part of it. And you are correct that in saying that the smoke and the waste of the chemical plants, these always harm our atmosphere. So to stop it and to neutralize that is a safety process. Yes, though it is not related to workshop, but it is in general industrial safety. If we talk about industrial safety, then it is a valid point. Thank you, Aishi.
So I interrupt BTC sir.
Thank you, sir.
So,
Yeah.
so BTC sir, TKG here. So today is the National Pollution Control Day.
Acha.
Yes, sir.
So it's a nice point TKG sir has raised. I didn't remember. He said that today is the National
Pollution control day.
Pollution Control Day. So this point which we are discussing now is very relevant.
That is why I told you.
Yeah. So in your capacity, all of your capacity, like whatever you can do, you can look around your locality and see this sort of polluting events are not taking place. If it is taking place, then you can report to the local authority, or if it is from a domestic unit, like from any house or so, you can have a friendly discussion with them, yeah, not to release those. Uh, that's a good idea for all citizens. They should also check around and see whether this is happening. This is not only the duty of government; this is the duty of all citizens too, because the those who are affected is we all. The citizens are affected. Anyway, so now I will go to some other person. Zain, Muhammad Zain
Yes,
Khan.
sir. Sir,
You
according
are
to
listening.
me,
Yeah.
there should be some safety gadgets like main switch and MCB and fuse to avoid any kind of power failure or any kind of short circuits. And there should be we should have the proper knowledge to operate a instrument or a machine before we are operating it, and we should operate in someone's consult, and we should not go by ourselves if we don't know how to operate a machine.
That is a good point, Zain. Not been discussed that when you do when you perform certain operation in a workshop or in a factory, you must be knowledgeable about that, which means that the what you said is correct. Without proper knowledge, no machine or not even an instrument is to be operated, because chances of accidents then remain over there. So that is a point. Yes, Muhammad Jain Khan, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Who will say Renita Sen?
Yes, sir.
You want to
Sir,
say any point? Raise any point?
yes, sir, we should always keep in mind the position of fire extinguishers and first aid box so that if something
Yes.
happens.
Yes, it's true. Yes, Renita, you are correct. There, uh, in any place of work like this, workshop or factory or wherever it is, there must be a provision of this first aid, and at the same time there should be temporary or on a small scale fire extinguisher at least close by, so that in case of any small accident also we can take help of uh, the first aid box. I mean, where the primary medicines are there, or the cotton, or a band-aid, or like that. Those are there. At the same time, nearby there should be at least one fire extinguisher, even it is a portable type short one, just to use it at the beginning. If something wrong happens with the fire, so it can, and if it can be taken care of by the persons around, then it will not take a bigger shape. So this point is valid, Renita. Thank you,
Thank you, sir.
Renita. Then who want to say? Okay,
Sir,
for Orgodip. Yeah, Orgodip, come on.
sir, there should be sufficient electrical main line, and there should not be any uncovered electric lines in the working place.
This has been discussed, Orgo. This electrical part has been
Sir,
discussed. Who?
Sir, I think all the points have been covered. Like the points are repeating now. So I think all is more or less covered.
Yeah, but some of the points, benefit of this sort of discussion. Some of the
Yes, sir.
points,
Yes, sir.
some of the points we have not discussed in the last class.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
So that is also coming, like
Yes, sir.
effluent
It's
treatment.
absolutely necessary because
Yeah,
we will be doing
and
in the workshop. No, we need
yeah,
to know the
and
same.
and you must be knowing, as I have said, that
Yes, sir.
it is not this sort of thing, like safety precautions and these things you may not have to take properly. If you are going to an office where you don't have to face any workshop, then you are working in table, chair, and computer, and etc., etc. But there also certain safeties are there. But as an engineer, BTech, you are going to be graduate engineer. Everybody should know the every engineer should know what should be done when it is required. What should be done means what safety rules are to be maintained. So that is the point I want to say. And during this discussion, some of the new points are coming up. So that's a good point.
Yes, sir.
Everybody you should know, like fire extinguisher, first aid box. These are important. But in the last class, while I was talking about the safety points, I don't remember that I have said so. So these are the points which are coming, and we discussing within the topic always help. So I'll be having one, two, three more points, and then we will shift to our next program. So who wants to say? Raj Singh, you would want to say anything?
Yes, sir.
Come on, quick.
Sir, I think there should be smoke detectors because if human eyes cannot detect a faulty machine or any motor that is faulty, then there should be maybe smoke or anything. Then we should have smoke detectors and also alarm systems so we can alert every portion of the industry.
Agreed, Raj. That's a good point. Smoke detector and alarm system is part of it. Yes, that is to alert others that something has happened. So
Yes, sir.
that is a valid point. Thank you, Raj.
Thank you, sir.
Pooja,
Yes, sir.
tell if you
Sir,
have any
for
point.
me, mix your chemicals are properly labeled and stored, and also fire alarms.
Storing, yes, storing is a very important point.
Fire escape plans must be installed at proper levels.
That is okay. That I have
Mm,
said, fire installed, you cannot have
yes,
instantly. It is during the construction of that area, you have to do it. During the
yes, sir.
civil construction part.
And always wear proper personal protective equipment.
Personal protection, yes, it should be
Yes, sir.
taken very, very, very definitely without any fail.
Yes, sir.
All right, Pooja, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Pooja Kumari, it leaves out two of you. One is Abir,
Apurvo.
next is Apurvo. Abir, come on.
Yes, sir. There must be a continuous power supply. I mean, a power plant should be installed in the workshop or the area.
Why?
Sir,
Why
because
do
if
why do
there
you
is a
think
power
so?
failure, then anything can be happened. Some unwanted things.
No, what can happen? The production will stop.
Yes, sir. There, if it is working in night, then if there is a power failure, then anyone can steal the products or the instruments from the, I mean, the workshop.
Yes, yes, that is, you said that substitute source of uh, power, electric power is to be installed. That is okay. That's agreed. It's not that that is not a point. But safety again theft. If you talk about safety again stealing, like if there is in the night, if everything is dark and there is no power, then some of the items may be stolen. That's true. That's true, but that is where the work is done 24 into 7. That means throughout the day, even at night, there is always a generator system, electricity generation temporary system, so that in case in the night, at least in the, mainly in the night, at least people can see what is happening. From that point of view, you are correct.
Sir, in any big industry, there are two type of power supply there. One is 440, another is 220. 220 is for lighting and another machine. So it is not chance to any time both the line is cut.
He said if the total power supply is
That
cut
is
out.
emergency purpose. That is a generator.
Yeah, right. That's okay. Agreed, Abir. Abir, you said.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
ठीक है, Abir. That is a point. That is more than that is not only covers safety but also covers the production. If there
Yes.
is no power, the production will hamper. So the production people is more conscious about it. Should be more careful about it that power generation, alternative power supply should be there. Otherwise, the production will fall. Anyway, there is a safety part of it also. Thank you, Abir. Apurvo last.
Sir,
Apurvo,
avoid making mistakes and accuracy.
I didn't understand your point. Just
Uh,
explain it. Avoid.
if I'm using any instrument, then we should use it accurately.
Use it accurately.
Yeah.
And what can happen if it is not used accurately? What do you
It
think?
can hurt someone.
It can hurt someone. Yes. This point is also discussed, Apurvo, that one should not operate without proper knowledge of that, and under the supervision of a senior, he should start work in a machine or with an instrument. So what you
Like
are
sir,
saying is
a
close to that.
small, like a small mistakes, like if you use pi is equal to 3, then
That's what I'm saying. Now, 2-3 points. Yeah, thank you, Apurvo. It's okay. What you said is not incorrect. It is discussed, but it is a point. Thank you, Apurvo. The point is 2-3 points you have not mentioned, which has been discussed in the last class. Number one, that concentration during a work. A person who is working either in a machine or with an instrument or with a tool should not, I mean, uh, do anything else. That means he should not lose his concentration while working. Should not talk with anybody while working. Suppose he needs advice while working to do while doing the job, or doing the job, yes, with a machine or a tool or an instrument, whatever it is. Or maybe somebody is calling that person. Then the safety rule says that you stop working. If you are in a machine, switch off the machine. If you are working with a tool, stop working and then listen to that. And then take the advice. Do not perform both the work simultaneously. Like running the machine and taking the advice together, concentrating half of your concentration towards the advice which is given by the senior, and half of your concentration on the work being done. This is to be avoided. Same thing is with when you are working with a tool, the do filing or whatever it is. So stop that work, complete your conversation, and then again start the work. That is one important point, because small accidents take place for this reason. While working with in a workshop, if you look here and there, what my best friend is doing, let me see how far he has done or she has done. Like that attitude should not be there. Stop your work and then you talk, or you do whatever it is, small thing you have to do, then again restart. That is one point. The other point which I have discussed in the last class is to keep the table or the machine or the apparatus clean. That is also one safety point. When you are working, you are removing certain materials from the workpiece. Those materials, those chips of materials may have sharp edges. So at the end of the work, before leaving your workplace, the table or the machine which you are working on must be cleaned. For that, you take whatever necessary items are required, like brush or whatever it is. So you clean that area and make it usable for the next person to come and work. So cleaning and taking away chips from the machine area or the workplace is also a safety regulations which one should follow. And you will see, if you have a chance to visit any workshop, any workshop or factory, you will see at the end of the shift, when some persons close their work and go for the next and allow the next batch to come in and take up the work, they clean up the area before leaving. Have to. And then they go. They take the chips, and there are certain places where those chips can be dumped. Those are dumped over there, designated area. And then finally, they stop the machine and leave it for the next man to work. So that is one safety point also, which you should remember. And the third one is, when you have spoken about safety attire, safety dress code, one point is very important. When you are working overhead, you are climbing a ladder and doing something at a height. Some work, maybe even welding can be done, or any other work can be done. The person, safety rule says that the person must put on a helmet. A headgear must be there. A helmet must be there to protect the skull. Because in case there is a slippage or anything, accidental things, if there is a fall, then the most sensitive area is the head of any person. So that part is to be protected by wearing a helmet. That is one. You have told about apron, you have told about shoes, gloves we have discussed, like that, goggles. Yes, those are there in case of requirement, but helmet is also another point which should be remembered. And apart from this, there are few safety points which is area specific. As I have told you, when we enter into that area, we will talk about that. Like in the welding shop, when you go for welding shop, there are 2-3 more points which are to be added. 2-3 more safety points. That we will discuss when we talk about the welding area. Apart from that, I'm more or less happy with you that you have answered, you have tried to answer uh, the safety regulations as far as possible, which necessarily indicates that the last class you have listened to me, and also you have stored it in your head, like in your hard disk. So that is a good sign. So that's a good point. So remember, engineers may not have to perform this all these safety regulations in their career. It depends upon the stream they are working. AIML, you have a lesser chance of using this. A student of mechanical will have more chances to apply and perform these regulations. But as graduate pass out from any stream, everybody should know it. That is the point. And on safety, there can be a question even at any point of time, even maybe in your semester examination, that what is safety, how safety is maintained, mention some safety rules, industrial safety rules. So this is for you to learn, and I hope you have already understood this. And my advice to you that in your copybook, which I have said, on your own, we have many safety rules, so you write down the safety rules over there for your own interest. Now we will go for the next phase of our program today. TKG sir, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Is it possible now that
Yes, sir. I will
showing
go
those?
to the workshop and try to show all the instrument
Please,
and how to remove the material and showing the whole process.
please. So if
Okay.
you go there, and when you reach there, connect me, and by that time I'll be telling them about the job material,
Okay,
the
sir.
size and shape of the job material.
So I left the meeting now.
Yeah, go over there. So students, today we will try to, TKG sir is helping us. He will be taking the video of the tools, instruments which are used for fitting shop job, and you must be having the list with you in front of you, like the measuring holding tool, then the measuring and marking tool, then the cutting tool, like that. You should have the list with you, because majority of those tools will be shown. I mean, is gone for that, and the way those tools are used will also be. We will try to tell you how those are used. Like in the morning, I have told you about the files. Now, how the files are used, how they are held by hand, and how they are moved forward and backward to take away material from the workpiece, that will be shown. But before that, let me tell you, did I tell you about the material of the workpiece? In fact, have we, do we have an, what do you call, discussion on the material steel? Steel, do we?
So steel, like which one? The steel types, the mild steel, stainless steel.
Yeah. We have.
Yes, sir. Done.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Somewhat you have said.
Fine. So the job piece, the work piece, which we shape and size, is a mild steel. The workpiece which we shape and size, rather, if you were in college, you would have done it. The material is a mild steel, And as I have told you earlier, let me tell you a little bit, because we have 5, 7, 10 minutes time for to show you the instrument. Let me tell you, mild steel is a type of steel which is formed by adding small amount of carbon. So it is also called low carbon steel. And you know that when some other chemicals are added with, or other alloys, other metals or chemicals are alloyed with iron, we get steel. So mild steel is a very, very, widely used item, which is also known as low carbon steel. And the other name of it is mild steel. Even in industry, we have a short name of it, which is MS. If you say MS, which material you are working, if you say MS, everybody will understand. MS is mild steel. Mild means low carbon. And it is used, I have probably told you, there are many application of, usage of this mild steel, which includes your household items, some of the household items also, some furnitures, some brackets, the grill, window grill, those are all made from mild steel. Out of the different types of steel, mild steel is the softest type. Comparative to other, mild steel is softer, but it is not at all soft. You know that steel is very hard, but compared to other steel, it is softer. So mild steel is chosen as a workpiece, and the cutting tools with which the workpiece will be given shape and size, those cutting tools are made from steel also, but those are not mild steel. Those are high carbon steel. Mild steel is a low carbon steel. So that is a high carbon, where the percentage of carbon is higher. High carbon steel, high speed steel, or alloy steel, or different types of other steel. All right. The metals which can be added up with iron to make alloys could be, there are a long list of it, out of which there is cadmium, there is molybdenum, and so on. There are many. Stainless steel. Stainless steel is one very common to you, which is also used in household purpose. Stainless steel items are there. You may have utensils also made from stainless steel, which is very, very hard. Remember, stainless steel is much hard than mild steel. And for stainless steel, we use molybdenum. Molybdenum is used for making stainless steel. Now, the metal piece will be shown to you before and after. After means after some part of the metal is removed with the tools, different types of tools, cutting tools. What is the shape? So what is done? You are given a drawing. According to the drawing, you have to make the workpiece which is given to you. You have to convert that workpiece into that shape. So what you have to do, according to the drawing, you have to draw. You have to draw the figure on the workpiece. So you have to draw the figure on the workpiece. Then you will know which part of the workpiece is which part of the workpiece the material is to be removed. So you do that. Not you do that. It is done like that. That the drawing is first done, and the drawing is done on the metal piece, which is provided with the help of measuring and marking tools. So measuring marking tools are used to transfer the drawing from the paper that you are receiving onto the workpiece, and then according to that drawing you take out material and get the final shape. So that is done in fitting shop, and in the fitting shop there can be a pair of material also. One piece is fitted with another piece, so the matching pieces are also there. That is why it is called fitting shop, where one piece fits with the other. But today we'll show you one piece out of those two, how it is shaped. Okay.
Ready, sir? I am
Yeah,
ready
you're
to show
ready.
you the.
Okay, then students, here you will see the video one by one, and TKG sir will tell the names, and it will start from holding tool, what you have. You can see the video. Can you see the video?
Yes, sir. It's visible.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you enlarge it, you know how to enlarge it a little bit. And then it will be described to you. This is the workshop area where the fitting shop is situated. You can see the bench on which the uh, holding tool, that is bench vices are fitted. Now see, now TKG sir, you can continue.
Yes, sir.
You see that
Student, you
this
see
is the
that
bench.
this is our workshop. This is our workshop. I will see first the workshop area, total area, then I describe as per fitting shop. So you said that one of the safety device, that is a fire extinguisher. Can you see the fire extinguisher?
Yes,
So
sir.
every workshop
Yes, sir.
so fitted or installed a workshop that is nearby or on the wall. And you said that is one of the safety precaution for first aid box. So can you see this first aid box?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Student,
sir.
These are all in the workshop.
these are all in the workshop. And you see that this is your bench, that is a bench vice, all fittings on the bench. You see that many of the fittings that is on the bench. You see that. Can you see this
Yes, sir.
Yes,
bench
sir.
vice?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
These are the
And
holding tools.
now you see that first the total area. I will show you the total area. This is our machine shop area. You see that this is our machine shop area. This is called lathe machine. This is called lathe machine. Shall already mention the lathe machine. So this is our one of the machine that is. And now,
This is
so
grinding
I'm
machine.
come to drilling machine also. This is called drilling machine. So these are all machines, bench work and carpentry work or woodwork done by here. So I am coming to the point as per your topic, that is fitting shop or bench workshop. So you know that device, holding device is called bench vice. Can you see this bench vice? First you know this is the two jaw. This jaw is movable and this jaw is fixed. So you can expand it and close it, rotating this handle. Can you see this,
Yes, sir.
student?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So how to fitting a job? So this is your job piece
See,
or
this is the
metal piece.
job
This is
material.
MS or mild steel. So you see the thickness 5 millimeter or 6 millimeter, and this job piece is rectangular. So how to fix it on the vice? Just you see. First is so first is parallel with the help of chi-square, and this job edge parallel to the vice. Job with vice. Can you see this? This is job.
The job is
These
held
two jaws are there. This
tightly, held tightly with the vice. and the upper face is parallel to the
Student, can
jaw.
you see this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, then I will show you. There is a marking tool tools also. So one by one, I will show you now. So you see that. So this is called outside caliper. Can you see this? Where is?
Yes, sir.
So if you want to measure the outside diameter, so you can close it rotating this wheel, close it and expand it, rotating this wheel. So you close it now and touch the both end, and then you transfer or measure with the scale. So you can know the outside diameter. This is called outside caliper. And then this instrument is called inside caliper. Or what is the application? So same way you rotate it, you expand it and close it, and then measure the inside diameter. You touch the both inner side and hold it, and then measure with a scale. So you find out your inside diameter. So if you know the outside diameter and inside diameter, so you already is the thickness of the material. What is the thickness of this pipe? You see that this is the thickness. So if you know the outside diameter and inside diameter, you can easily find out the thickness. Is it correct,
Yes,
student?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hello? Okay. So that is outside caliper, inside caliper. Then one is here. This is called divider or spring divider or compass. So if you want to draw a hole on the metal piece, so you touch here one side and rotating it and draw on the metal piece. And if you draw any radius on the metal, you see that there is radius here. So you can measure the radius, or when you draw on the metal piece, the radius there, and after that you have to filing and cutting and make its radius shape. So this is called divider or spring compass. So you find out a list. So you see that this is called Jenny caliper or odd leg calipers. So why it is odd leg? You see that both leg not same. This is needle type and one end is bent. So this is called odd leg calipers or Jenny calipers. What is the application of this Jenny caliper or odd leg calipers? So if you want to draw a line parallel to the edge, edges of the metal. So you touch the odd leg on the thickness and draw this line. Can you see this line? So this is
Yes,
parallel
sir.
to the edge.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is the application of this Jenny caliper. When you require any line that is parallel to the edges, so you use this instrument. And then you say that is called sky bar. You see that both end, that is the needle type, both end. What is the application? When you draw any line on the metal, so you use this sky bar. So see how to draw the line. You see that there is a line here. Can you see this line? Okay. So this is for marking tools. Sky bar is the marking tool. That's a marking on the metal piece.
Sir, what is the spelling of this device, sir?
SCRIBER.
Okay.
And then you see that is another tool here that is called Try-Square. 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 What is the application? If you draw any line, parallel line, you hold the line, hold the job, and draw this line like this way with skybar, and Try-Square like this way. Clear? So another tool is there. This is called punch. Can you find the name as per your list? Sir, giving the class.
Yes, sir.
So compare this
Yes,
list.
sir.
Yes, sir.
This is
It's
called
under
punch.
measuring.
Like, so on the metal, first you draw a line with skybar, and then if you want to permanent, then you have to, then you have to punch over the line like this way. You see that the line on the metal, so 1 or 2 days it may make it permanent. You see that there is a line, you can more visible this line. Can you see this punch marking?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this is called permanent marking. So then I will show you another cutting tool that is called hacksaw.
Upon the hammer.
হ্যাঁ হ্যামারটা দেখাচ্ছি হ্যাঁ punch with hammer. So you see that this is ball pen hammer. So strike over the punch. So what is the use of the punch and hammer? Strike over the punch. This is called hammer. Then I will show you the cutting instrument. So this is called hacksaw. Student, you see that? So this is handle. This is frame. This is called frame, and this is blade. So the blade, take a frame and blade. So it is fitted, blade fitted on the frame. So you can easily dismount it, rotating this wheel, rotating this nut, and you can easily change it. So this is a blade, hacksaw blade. It is TPI 25, TPI 20, TPI means teach per inch. So distance here, that if it is 1 inch, so it says that 20 teeth are there. Can you see this tip?
Little closer, Tapon, please.
Sir, it's a bit hazy.
It becomes, have to hold করুন একটু মানে without movement. One side you will see there are teeth. One side it is flat. The teeth part gets rubbed against the metal, and the metal cuts.
Can you see the teeth?
Yes, sir.
This end, that's called teeth.
Small teeth, triangular teeth.
Yes, sir.
So how to cut it? I will show you to cut it. So you hold the handle and hold it here like this way, and then to and fro move the cutting instrument that is called hacksaw. We move to and fro and then cut it like this way. So another cutting tools are there. This is called files. So can you compare your list? Hacksaw, cutting tool, hacksaw, and files. Can you compare your list?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So I'll show you. These are the different files are there. I'll show you one by one. So you see that this is a file. You see the cut. That is a single cut. So line is spread. Can you see this?
Have to hold
Parallel
column.
line.
Samne se dar ko
Yes, sir.
hold it. You can see that lines. To movement to comma line to দেখতে পাবে.
Yes, sir, it's visible.
It is visible now. Then those are cutting lines. This is
And
the
you come here,
face
you see
of
that there
this.
is all cross cut. You see that double cut.
Yes,
So
sir.
this is a double cut or
This side
single?
and this side.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Ah.
sir.
This is
Here
double
is
cut.
here is single cut and this is double cut. Yeah. So this is called rough file and this is flat file. You see that the cross section, if you like this way, the cross section of this file, this is rectangular. Yeah. So this is flat file, both the side flat. That's called flat file. So this is another file, but the difference is there. So you see that this surface is smooth. So cutting area is smooth and its cutting area is rough. So here is the application. When you have to want to more material remove, so you use the rough file. And when you little bit material you have to remove it, so you use the smooth file. This is handle. Sometimes it should be wooden and sometimes it should be plastic or fiber. So this is fiber handle. Then you see that another file is there. There is a cutting tool. So you see the cross section. There is one side is semicircular, another side is flat. Another side is flat. This is called semicircular flat or half round file. This is half round file. One side is half round and another side flat. What is the application? If you enlarge the hole, so you want to enlarge the hole, so your file is like this side. That is a semicircular side. Clear? And then you go the other side, other files. So you see that the cross section of the file triangular. Can you see this triangular shape?
Yes, sir.
Student?
Yes, sir.
So this is called triangular file. What is the application? So if you cut or remove the material like V shape, so you have to file it like this and plane it. Filing this way and plane it. But always fit it on the vice. After holding the vice job, then you have to filing, cutting, everything. Don't do any way. One side you hold a hand and then filing. Don't do that. So you have to hold it one side of the V shape. There is perpendicular line and then you have to file it like this way. And make it smooth. This is called triangular file. The shape of the file is triangular. That is why this is called triangular file. And you see that what is the shape of the file? Can you see this? So what is the shape of the file?
Square.
This is square shape.
Square, yeah.
It's a square.
Square. And you see that this handle is wooden. The handle is wooden. Another file is there, that is a round file. So if you want to make the hole enlarge, use this round file. So another file is there, that is a Cheryl already discussed in the class, knife edge file or needle file. So we were not showing this time the needle file. So needle file is used for making small hole or keyway, small slot or keyway for use of needle file. And I will show you how to hold the job and how to cut with hacksaw and how to cut with remove material wheel with that is your files. So hold for a second. So before that, so first time you have to supply the drawing, and then as per the drawing, you have to remove the all side, make it smooth, and make it 90 degree. So what is the use of chi-square? Chi-square is another use. So if you check the angle, so you see that this is perpendicular to both. This is perpendicular to this one. So this angle is 90 degree. So if you want to check the job 90 degree, you and this 90 degree. Yeah. After filing the all side and making 90 degree, then you have to rub the chalk on this job, and then as per your drawing, you have to transfer the drawing on the metal piece like this way, as per V shape. So you see that this is a fitting shop there. This is a drawing. Can you see this?
Yes.
So initially this is the raw material, and then you have to cutting, filing, and make it job this way. So you see the job here. So one piece is here like this. This is one, this one, this one, and another is here, this one. So first you have to mark on the metal piece after rubbing the chalk, and then you have to transfer your drawing on the metal piece, and as per the drawing you have to cut, that is a cutting, filing, and make it same shape. So this is the another job is here. This is a rectangular cut, this is a V cut, and this is a middle, this is a drill. Can you see this?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
This is a raw material that is image, and after cutting, filing, and this is the final product. So I'll show you how to cut with files with an hacksaw. So please see. You see that how to hold the job. So job is always parallel to the jaw. You see that this is called cross filing. After filing, you see that this is a glaze appear here. So that means this side some material removed. And as per your drawing, you have to check it like this way frequently. So your edge should be and clean. So this way you have to check and then change the other side. Same way you change the other side. On all sides you have to check it like this way and remove the all material and make it clean and parallel to each other. So this side parallel to this side. After cleaning this or removing this all material, again you have to check this and make it 90 degree. Always make it 90 degree, all the angles, 4 angles. After that, file the file the So when you have to remove the material little bit, remove the material. So you take the smooth filing and show the filing issue. It's called draw filing. This filing is called draw filing. So previous, that is a That is the cross filing, and this is called draw filing. After that, I'll show you how to cut with hacksaw. So you see that this is a rectangular cut. You have to cut here and cut here. That's a rectangular shape. So after marking, you see that there is a marking here. Marking here. You have to cut it like this way and this way. ভিনা রেক্ট্যাঙ্গুলারটা দেখো So how to cut with hacksaw? On the punch line, you have to cut it. You have to cut it like this way, and then you change this side and cut this way, and after that you do the shape like this way, the rectangular shape. And another how to cut the V shape, I'll show you how to cut the V shape.
The cutting line.
You mark as per your drawing. You cut as per your drawing. That is a V, and then punch marking over the line, and you shape the job on the vice, but one side of the V line perpendicular to the vice, and then you have to cut like this way.
Students, the hacksaw cut line must always be vertically down. So you have to tilt the job and see that the cutting line is vertical, and then you cut down. So you see the operation cutting is down vertically. But since you have changed the orientation of the job,
you see that
you will get the V.
So this is the cut surface. Then you change the job, and same way you have to shape your job vertically. So another job is here. So I'll show you. This is called fitting job. So as per your drawing, I'll show you the board. So this is your final drawing. You have to make 2 pieces, and then like this way. This is the one. After cutting, filing, and then another is there. Here. Then you have to join, make it 1 piece like this way. So this is fitting job. This is called fitting job. Can you see, student? Shall I already mentioned in the class that is a one fitting job here, and another is cutting, filing, another job. So this job is fitting job.
Students making single piece or double piece, or even there can be 3 pieces which are to be fitted, all are done in the fitting shop. It can be a single item also. It can be like this, it can be 2 pieces where 1 piece is fitted with another. So it's a pair of pieces. So these fitting jobs are done in the fitting shop. So I can see one TKG, sir.
Yes.
I can see the vernier caliper also. So can if you can tell them about that.
This is vernier caliper. So you can close it and measure it here like this way. way, measure. Can you see this vernier caliper?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This is called vernier calipers for precision measurement. These are the all marking tool, measuring tools, and cutting tools. So, student, any question or any do you want to second time you will see the any instrument?
If you have any query right now, what you have seen, you can ask.
Sir, if round file is present for enlarging hole, why do we need semicircular, sir?
Semicircular is
So when the small hole is there, when it is a small hole, so you use the round file, this type of round file.
Yes,
So
sir.
you see that when the diameter is more, so round file ta kota gelo? Round file to get a half round file. So when the hole is more, so you use this semicircular.
Yes,
Clear?
sir. Yes, sir.
When the hole is so little, so you use this round file.
Yes,
The
sir.
diameter is less. Clear?
Yes,
That
sir.
is why the different place you have to use the different. Any
Sir,
other questions?
micrometer is not shown here, and micrometer measurements actually are not
Micrometer is
required.
there.
But it goes micrometer measurement goes for after even 3 decimal points, so that accuracy is not required normally in the fitting shop, but that is one measuring instrument. That is why I mentioned.
Sometimes it is required for
Yeah,
sometimes it is required for lathe machine when you do any lathe job.
if it is a
So it is sometimes
precision
required.
work, then you go for micrometer. Otherwise, vernier caliper is sufficient for even that with the vernier scale you can go for 2 points of decimals measurement after 2 points.
If you
That is
measure the
sufficient.
direct the diameter, inside diameter, so you can use the vernier caliper. Clear? So you can use this like this way. You have to check it. What is the diameter of this pipe directly with the help of the vernier calipers. Clear? And like way same way you have to measure the inside diameter. Same way you measure the inside diameter directly with the
Sir,
help
we
of this
can do
vernier
this with
caliper.
both inside
Yes, sir.
outside caliper
With
also.
vernier
Inside
scale only
diameter,
we can find.
inside diameter and outside diameter also. Clear?
Okay,
With
sir.
the help of this vernier caliper. But when required any precision measurement, you use the vernier scale. Anything?
Anything else,
So student, I ask a question. What is the material of job material or job piece?
Sir, mild steel.
Mild steel,
Mild
sir.
steel.
Mild steel.
And shortly it is called MS. Mild steel. Okay. Any other questions? If you have, please ask me.
Sir,
Or if
can you
you
once more make a line with Jenny caliper, sir? I didn't
Jenny
see.
caliper. Okay. Sanjeev, remove the job. So after making this knife and cutting everything, then you have to rub chalk side of the metal. And why rub the chalk? So when you do line or draw line, it is very instinct. That is why we rub one side of the metal chalk and then draw. You see that? So you want to draw a line 10 millimeter from the edge, this size edge. So you set the 10 millimeter on the Jenny caliper. Take the 10 millimeter of the Jenny caliper and then touch one side of the leg, odd leg, touch the thickness side and draw the line. Can you see this line?
Yes, sir.
This is parallel to the edges. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any other questions? Sir, can you show the drill bit or drill machine?
Yeah, let's finish that.
Okay.
You know, again, first you show the hole in the job. Tapan.
Okay. You
This
see that.
is
So in the middle there is a hole.
this hole is done with a drill machine.
Drill machine. So this is called, you see that this is called drill machine. Okay? And this is called drill chuck. This is called drill chuck. And you see that this is called drill bit. Drill bit. You fit it on the drill bit inside the chuck, drill chuck, and tight it. And tight the drill bit. Then you hold it. You see that there is another vice is here. Can you see this vice? So hold the vice here also. And then you have to pressure here and start the machine, and drill bit will be rotate and then penetrate on the metal and make a drill.
So depending upon the size of the hole, we can change the drill bit. Drill
Right.
bit has many types of many dimension.
10
So-
millimeter, 5 millimeter, 7 millimeter.
So whatever is the
Like
size
as
of
per
the
your
diameter of the hole, we
as
fix
per your
the
requirement.
we fix the job here, and then run the drill machine. The drill bit starts rotating, and then we press
This
it
way
down.
you have to hold the job. This way you have to hold the job like this way on the vice, and then like this way.
When it is rotating, it goes inside, penetrated inside, making the hole. You can see the cutting line, which is a spiral type on the drill bit.
This
Yeah,
way.
this is the cutting line. So that cutting edge goes inside while it is rotating and makes a hole. Yeah, and this is done by
And this is called multi-point cutter. And this is called multi-point cutter. You see the both side, lower side, you have to cut the material here. This is called multi-point cutter also.
machine
So
take to
why
give.
multi-point cutter? Can you please repeat?
So this is a
So you
type
see
of
that the
type of cutter.
spiral. This is spiral side. This edge cut the material, this edge cut the material, and lower side the needle cut the material. That is called multi-point cutter also. Another multi-point cutter, hacksaw blade. Hacksaw blade is the multi-point cutter. Here, can you see the? Already I have seen that is a teeth. That teeth is multi-point cutter. That is why blade is called multi-point cutter. No. Okay. Sir, any other questions or anything showing?
Do you have any point right at the moment, students?
Sir, chisel?
Chisel is not shown.
Chisel.
Chisel is not normally used. I told you.
So I'll
Normally
try
used in,
just I find out.
yeah, not no. Let me tell. It is normally used for removal of small amount of material. Chisels are normally used in factories, in big workshops, where bigger amount of materials are removed. But as a cutting tool, it should be listed because it is used in fitting shop also. So if we have a chisel, Pikaji sir will show you that
Sanjit,
chisel
Sanjit.
again
Okay, sir.
is to be hit with the hammer.
So I'll see now.
Yeah, just hold on. Probably one chisel is there, but we do not use
That I'll
it.
show the chisel. So this is chisel.
This is the chisel.
You see that this point is sharp edge.
Cutting edge is
And
there.
what is the application? So if you remove more material use here. So you have to remove more material, like the bigger thickness, 25 millimeter thickness of the plate, and you have to remove some material here. So you use this cold chisel. This is called cold chisel. So, and hammer use, that is a bigger size. So this is a small size. So when you use and remove the material with chisel. So it should be bigger size, that is 5 kg or 10 kg. Clear? You have to remove certain angle and hammer inside it or hit it here. Clear? And remove the material like this way. So fitting shop not used any chisel.
I mean, not in your case. Whatever jobs are given for the students, there is no need to use the chisel, but you must know that, and you have seen also now that there is an instrument which is known, comes under cutting tool, and it is a chisel. Normally, it is called cold chisel because the material is not heated; it is used in cold condition, like normal condition. That's all for chisel.
So any instrument
any other
that is
question?
sir given in the class, any instrument that's left?
Upon one thing, that surface plate.
Surface plate. Okay. Surface plate. So surface is here. So when you mark on the job, that is the metal side. So this is called surface plate. So this surface is machine finish. That is a level. This is one surface plate. Another is surface plate is here. There is a small size. So any mark on the plate like this way, you have to keep it here and mark on this here.
Marking and measuring we use.
Student, please compare any other instrument, cutting tool, marking tool, just sir has mentioned in the class. I am not showing there, so please mention it.
I think it is covered more or less.
All is covered, sir. All is covered, I think.
Anything else students want to see from the workshop area? Any point?
This is sample of drill bit. Different type of.
All right, student.
So can I stop? Sir, can I stop this or anything? Any question from student?
Yeah. Do you have? If you have any question, even after this, you can also ask. Otherwise, we will that video program we will stop it for today. And
so I stop now, sir.
Yeah.
If any question not here.
There is not any question, I think. So students, you have seen the different types of tools which are used in workshop, out of which, as I have said, the chisel, which is required to remove more amount of material, bigger bulk of material, is not generally used in small workshops, not in your job also, but as a matter of fact, it is an instrument used in fitting shop for removal of material, that is for cutting operations. So we have listed that material in the cutting tool category, and also you have seen that. But whatever job we give to the student, that job do not require any chisel to work on. But now you know how chisel looks like and how it works. You need to hit it with a bigger hammer. The impact has to be much higher. Otherwise, metal being very hard, it will not be removed easily with the chisel. Chisel is also very hard, and you need to hit it with a big hammer. So that is part is chisel, and you have seen that the materials, the drawing which is first given to the students, that drawing is referred, and that drawing, according to that drawing, a raw material is taken. The raw material must have close dimension to the finished job, otherwise much more material will be uh, wastage, because the materials which are not required is cut out and those becomes waste. So the mild steel materials are chosen for the workpiece, and one by one we do the operations. Like, first of all, we see all the sides are 90-degree to each other or not, even before we start cutting the according to drawing. We see the sides, and then we uh, file it if it is not, with the help of file. Again, filing, I told you that for uh, comparatively uh, thicker material to be, if you have to take out, like if there is a thickness, one side is say 50 millimeter, and the drawing says that it should be 48 millimeter. That means 2 millimeter of material is to be reduced. So 2 millimeter material is not a very thin one. It is a bulk. So in that case, filing is done with a rough file, so that more material can be removed at lesser time. And when fine work or specific certain work is done, then the other files are selected. Like, the smooth file is taken for the finish work or removal of small material. Then half round file, square file, triangular file, these are chosen and used as per the requirement of the shape of the item to be made. So you have seen one triangular cut. So at the point where the triangle has the apex, the pinpoint where two sides have come and met, there you have to use a triangular file. Otherwise, you cannot reach there with a flat file. So triangular file is used. This way, we use the files according to the requirement, and we complete a job of filing. And then if hacksawing, cutting with the hacksaw is required, that is also, you have seen that the triangular cut which has been shown in the job, final job, that triangle is cut with the file. So, but remember, when filing, while sawing is done, when sawing is done, the sawing line, that the cut line, must be vertically downward. That means saw must cut down vertically downward. And to do so, if we have to change the orientation of the workpiece in the vise, we will do that. We will rotate the workpiece and keep it in such a position that the cutting line with the saw uh, becomes vertical. And then from one end we start cutting with the saw and complete it. This way the saw is used, and we get the material cut comparatively quicker than the files. But after the cutting with a saw, you need to finish it with a smooth file, because the surface becomes little rough compared to filing, because filing gives always smooth surface after filing. And as I have said, that the name is fitting shop or bench work, where fitting items are used. So the fitting items can be one, it can be two, it can be even three. Three items can be fitted together for the requirement of the uh, job. So accordingly, the drawing is made, and here you have seen two items are there which are to be fitted. Those one is like a U and the other is like a T. So both are prepared in the same fitting shop, and then they're fitted together. So this is the fitting shop where mostly the job is done manually, and the system is there. You see there are many vices on the table. So the system is at a time in a fitting shop. If there is only fitting shop, then at a time there could be 20, 30, 40 vices which are fitted on tables, different tables, and 30, 40 people are working. Each one is taking one vice and doing the same job. Finally, within 1-2 days, one set of job is over. Then next set of job will come. This way, the progress takes place in a fitting shop. So that is the way in a fitting shop works. Now, under the condition you have heard from me, under the condition you have seen today, if you have any question on the fitting shop, you can ask me. We have come to the end part of it. One more thing is there is a small video on a fitting job being done totally. That video we will show you. We will find out sometime. Not today, some other day. We will show you, and you will even know more about the fitting shop activities. So if you have any question, you can ask. Otherwise, we will close the class today. For today, we will go for attendance. Do you want to ask any question right now?
No, sir, I don't have any question.
No.
So I
Okay
take the
then.
attendance now, sir.
We will take the
No, sir.
attendance and close it.
Okay. Student, please respond.
TKG sir,
Yes, sir.
you can
Can-
take the attendance.
Okay, okay. So Rinita Sen,
Yes, sir.
Orgodip,
কেউ দিয়েছে তপন বললো যে
Orgodip, Orgodip Pani.
অর্ঘদীপ পানি
Present, sir.
Okay.
why you late?
Anindo Ghosh,
Present, please, sir.
Oishi,
Present, sir.
Atul,